Hey guys, Decov13 here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play AI the Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative. Well, the last episode ripped my heart in pieces, so hey, let's move on back to here. So I'm trying to say, last we saw, what happened? Actually, I can just do this, right? Yeah, the summary. Alright, so last we saw on this route, Mizuki heads to the abandoned factory to look for Date. There she sees Tokiko. Tokiko admits she's Jin Furue's mother and that Chikara is the father. Chikara says that Jin must be almighty. That's when Terror makes an appearance. Terror talks about the Nirvana initiative and saying he needs to exterminate some rats before he can continue. Date comes to the rescue to save Mizuki again. Date's shot shatters Terror's mask. His face is revealed and Mizuki is shocked. It is Jin Furue's, who's already dead. So let's start from here. On a marble, I guess. Last. This might be the end.
Oh, you came. Good. Want something to drink? With water? On the rocks? You don't have to be shy. It's on me. It's such a bizarre case, the HB serial killings. That being said, the facts are fairly straightforward. Pointing out a culprit can't be too hard. Do you already know? Terror. Who are they, really?
Who is Terror? I think it's Uru.
Right. Uru. We know he killed at least 3 people. Jin Furue, Chikara Horadori, Andes Komeiji.
Yeah.
But why did he kill them? What was his goal?
Why did Terror kill him? For revenge.
That's true, I suppose. But that wasn't the main reason.
Well, it was for the Nirvana initiative.
That's right. The Nirvana initiative. The loony plan to have humans reach moksha. That's why Uru killed the 3 of them. We can put aside the little details for now. The most concerning aspect of the whole thing is the time difference.
Yeah. That's the part I'm still a little confused about.
The left and right sides of the victims were found 6 years apart. Regarding the first victim, the facts are already in. 6 years ago, on February 10th, Jin Furue's body fell from the ceiling of Devaita. And this year, 5 days ago, also on the 10th, Uru Somizuki's left half was found at the stadium, not Jin's.
Right.
Plastic surgery and complete organ transplants. It fooled the investigators into thinking they were the same person. But what about the other victims? Chikara, Komeiji, Tokiko. How do you explain those 3?
That's what I've been wondering.
You have good intuition. You might already know.
Let's see. Professor Is it that Ryuki and Mizuki were hallucinating?
No, not hallucinations. The right and left half of their bodies were found. No doubt about that.
The timeline was not in the correct order?
Right. In other words,
What?
it's not like that. It's like this.
What? Wait, hold on. Now I'm confused.
This is the timeline that you actually experienced.
Huh?
The red and blue lines are intertwined, almost like DNA.
But how?
You started on the red line from the top,
Yeah.
and then followed the blue line, which led you to this point. you've traversed 4 X's. The left side is 6 years ago, and the right side is this year. To make things easier, we'll call the left side past, and the right side present. In other words, you came here, jumping back and forth between past and present, a day at a time, all to end up here. Now do you understand?
Not entirely, no.
Chikara's right half was found the night of the 11th, in the past. His left half was found the next morning.
Oh.
Komeji's right half was found on the 13th. His left half was found the next morning at 6 a.m. 6 years have passed, and now we're here. In the present, Tokiko's right half was found on February 12th. The next day, a little past midnight, her left half was found in the basement of Horodori Institute. Long story short, the left and right halves weren't found 6 years apart.
They were found a day apart.
They were all found soon after each other. Nothing supernatural here.
What the fuck? So, it wasn't a straightforward timeline we were experiencing. This is a chart that shows the flow of the story in chronological order. The true flowchart. The true flowchart can be checked from the menu, Flowchart. So now, we're in the future. Okay, so 6 years ago in the present, yeah. That was in the present. That was the present, that was the present. So this was all in the present. This was 6 years ago? How? I am so confused. So that was 6 years ago? Wait, so right here. Nirvana collected genocide. And then that leads here. I don't get this at all.
Anyway, that's just my genius analysis. Oh, but I know what you're gonna say. There's still tons of things that can't be explained, right?
Yeah.
Especially, who killed Uru and Tokiko? Jin, Chikara, Komeiji. It was Terror, Uru, who sliced these 3 in half.
Yeah, because Uru would never kill Tokiko. So who killed Tokiko and Uru?
But then Uru was killed in the present, February 10th.
So 6 years later, Uru was killed.
Tokiko's body was found after that.
After Uru died, Tokiko was found. Okay.
So who killed Uru and Tokiko? Well, I'm sure this mess will be cleared up soon. By Mizuki, her friend, and by you, Freyr. So anyway, good luck with the rest of your investigation. I'll be cheering you on.
Huh.
Huh? Who was I just talking to? Maybe I've had a bit too much to drink. It's awfully cold tonight.
Huh. I might have to look at that flowchart again, just so I get a clear understanding of what's going on. I think what's throwing me off about what can't be explained is the age of Mizuki throughout all of that. Like, that's what's really confusing me. Alright, so we're back here at Iowan. Yeah, with you. Other Mizuki. We gonna answer this finally?
Hey, about Kizzy. Are you sure she's okay?
Don't worry. I made sure she's fine.
Oh, she rescued Kizuna. Kizuna went missing. Last night around 11 o'clock, Richi Chieda, her father, contacted me. Iba and I started our search for Kizzy. After a while, I got a call on my phone. It was from her. She told me to meet her here at Iowan.
So, that makes us sisters?
We're not the same age, but we're like identical twins.
So yeah, you're older.
We have almost the same genes.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm a copy of you.
Don't say it like that.
But I'm your clone, right?
Technically, yes. But our DNA isn't exactly the same. My genome was rearranged. Your DNA was modified on top of that, which is why you don't have the symptoms I have. Basically, you're an upgrade. The perfect version of me.
Don't say it like that.
Jeez. My older sister. Technically, she's the original I was based off of, but I don't want to think about it like that. She's more of my big sister by proxy. There is something I did want to say. Okay, so what exactly happened in the present? So yeah, Ruki went crazy. Mizuki starts investigating. Which one was this? Oh, right. Okay. So she's rescued by the... Well, hold on. She gets info on Shoma from Gen. She heads to Horodori. She's surrounded by hostile researchers but rescued by the masked woman. Performs a wink sync and sees Chikara. Alright, on Kizuna. Right. Right, because Kizuna showed up there too. Alright, so then we did the sync with Kizuna. Then that's where Mizuki discovers that she was a genetically modified egg. Then in the present also, Ryuki meets with Tokiko and then syncs with her. She was threatening someone. Who was she threatening? So yeah, so in this timeline of events, Tokiko is the last person to be killed. So the first person to be killed was Jin. He was killed by Uru 6 years ago. Then we go down the 6 years ago timeline, questioning people about Jin's murder, sync with Chikara. Then Chikara is found dead. Then, yeah, his other half was found in the morning. Then, yeah, this is the part I don't understand. 6 years ago, why is it adult Mizuki? I guess that'll get cleared up. Okay, so we look for the balloons. Then we sync with Gen to get information on the balloon that he took. Then they find the hidden room. I guess this is also the part where... Well, so wait, on the 10th it was, right? Like, I think either the early 10th or the 11th. The other half of Jin's body shows up. That's what Komeiji takes away. So at this point he has the body. We sync with Komeiji to get that information. Then we find Komeiji's body. Then the other half of his body comes up on the stage in the morning, where the other half of Jin's was supposed to be. Then we sync with Terror, get that information. Right. Because Tokiko is still alive there. And so is Uru. And that's... Okay, so that was Uru. And Tokiko was still alive in 6 years in the past. Okay. Then the explosion at the cathedral happens. 6 years go by. Uru's body shows up. Well, half of Uru's body shows up. We go through the investigation, meet with Tokiko, Ryuki syncs with her. Then the first half of her body shows up. Mizuki finds the hidden room. The other half of her body is there. Sync with the master. Okay, I think I understand the timeline of... I understand the timeline of events. I'm just having trouble understanding... Oh. I get it. I get it now. I think we're about to understand why Mizuki is an adult in the past. Because that wasn't Mizuki. That was her sister. 100% willing to bet that's what's going on here. That wasn't Mizuki in the past. Huh. So I guess during these portions we were playing as this older sister. Because it seems like the way her eyes are, she might have an AI ball as well. And I wonder, she might be Boss's adopted daughter. Because Boss, 6 years in the past, told Ryuki, oh, my girl just turns 18. And that's how old bigger Mizuki is. Okay. I get it now. Look at me, saying I'm not going to theorize anymore. I just had to think it through. It makes sense now. So let's confirm my theory. So I was raised at Iowan too.
Yeah, the same as me. When I was 6, you were born at Horadori Institute and sent here. I'm guessing they thought it was too difficult to raise you at the Institute. I remember the day you arrived like it was yesterday. You were still a baby. But the moment I saw you, I got this feeling. I started bawling my eyes out. The people at the facility didn't know we were related. Makes sense. They were told we were from 2 different places. But we're both named Mizuki, and we looked really similar.
So she's Mizuki too.
So to make it easier, everyone started calling me Big Sis. They called you Mizuki.
What happened after I arrived at Iowan?
They took me to Horadori Institute every so often for examinations. Well, I say examinations. I mean human experiments. I don't think you remember. They did terrible things.
That must be the person that older Mizuki wanted to protect. Young Mizuki.
I remember getting shots with needles as big as boba straws. My time with Horadori Institute ended when I was 9, and you were 3. It shut down and we were finally free. That's about the time you were adopted by the Okiura family. But me? Well, I told you about me, right?
You know, and also thinking about how Shoko was in the last game, I really do find it hard to believe that she would actually want to be, like, pregnant and have a child, considering what a horrid bitch she was. So, it tracks that she and Renju would adopt. It also kind of explains why Renju really had no connection at all to Mizuki. Like, he was just so, like, hands-off with her. Jesus Christ, dude. Talk about, like, the worst 2 people in the world to fucking adopt a kid, am I right? What fucking shitheads.
You were blind in one eye and had a heart condition.
Right. So it was hard to find a family who would take me. Ultimately, it was Mr. Chieda, the chairman.
So when you were 9, you were adopted by...
Yep.
The Chiedas. I spent the next 6 years there. Up until I was 15, I lived under the same roof as Kizuna.
I see. That's why she called me Big Sis.
Yep, because she was reminded of the other Mizuki. What about after that? Because you were adopted by someone else, and I'm going to guess that was Boss.
You said something about an eccentric woman?
Yeah, that's Boss.
Yeah, I was adopted by her.
Shizue Kuranushi.
Do you mean...
Shizue Kuranushi. Boss.
Yep, Boss's daughter.
Which is why my name is Mizuki Kuranushi now.
Aww.
You think that sounds kinda lame, huh?
No, it's not that.
Why did Boss adopt you?
You know how we're stronger than everybody else? Maybe she thought I'd come in handy.
So she wanted to make you work for her.
I don't know if that's the truth, but that's what she told me.
Yeah, Boss has a way of hiding her true feelings like that.
Boss taught me how to fight. After she adopted me, she trained me hard every day. 6 years ago, when I was 18,
Yup.
I was hired as a top secret member of Abyss.
Yeah, and that's the Mizuki we played as in the past.
Boss wanted someone who she could rely on.
So she was partnered
Someone
with...
who would never betray her.
She was partnered with Aiba.
She trusted me to handle the most sensitive situations. Basically, I'm like a ninja. Well, a kunoichi.
Right, she was partnered with Aiba. That's why she has the socket in her eye, so she was able to hear our conversation.
Which is why my existence at Abyss had been hidden.
It's all making sense now.
The only people who know are Boss, Pewter, and Ryuki.
So Ryuki did know about you.
Ryuki? Why?
I wonder...
Okay. Why were you hiding your identity?
If I revealed myself to you, you would want to know everything. In one way or another, you'd find out.
About how she's not really Mizuki Okiura, I guess, right?
You'd find out that your genes were spliced. That your real parents aren't Renju and Shoko. I didn't want you to end up like me. I wanted you to live a normal life. As normal as possible, anyway. Get a normal job, a normal husband, get married, start a family, live happily ever after. A life like that. But if I showed up, I would ruin all that. That's what I thought, at least.
I see. But why didn't you tell me 7 years ago in November? I was already well on my way to an abnormal life at that point.
Yeah, both her parents were dead. She was living with a creepy pervert.
Maybe that's true.
Alright, so about February 6 years ago.
It's like I told you. I want to know who did this to me. I know that Chikara was the mastermind.
There was someone else, wasn't there?
But I want solid proof. That's why I was investigating him and his institute. But then, out of the blue, he gets killed.
By Terror. By Uru.
That's why I started following the HB case.
I asked her what happened back then. She told me the details of what happened on the 12th and the 14th. 12th. Yeah, so she was the one who... Yeah, she looked for the balloons around Tokyo. Right! That's why on those days Ryuki would seem normal! That kind of explains it. Why he wasn't... Okay. That clears up a lot of things now. Okay. Yeah, wow, that actually really does just fucking explain a lot. Holy shit. You know... Oh... You know, I thought it was funny. I was thinking during the game, like, oh, you know, this is a pretty straightforward timeline. Turns out, no, it fucking isn't. This is the most convoluted shit I've seen in my life. No, it turns out the big twist was the fucking timeline was crossed. I don't think I ever would have guessed a twist like that, but wow, what a fucking twist that is. Holy shit. Oh, it's great. It's great. I fucking love it. It explains fucking everything. You know, it also does explain, too, why everyone thought... Why no one really questioned how the bodies were discovered 6 years apart. Because they weren't. I thought it was weird no one questioned that. That was only, like, the player that would question that. Oh, shit! Fuck. That's good. The 14th. Yeah, so that was also older Mizuki. Or that happened at the factory. Sinking with terror.
What you have seen and heard cannot be shared with anyone. If you do, I will kill her.
Right, and that was in regards to Kizuna.
I have an abundant amount of money. Even if I were to die, the assassins I've hired would still find her.
So that's Uru. Yeah, that was Uru.
I see. That's why you didn't talk about what happened 6 years ago. But I think it's okay to start talking now. Why? I was able to freeze all of Terror's hidden accounts.
Oh, way to go, old Mizuki. Or, I shouldn't say old Mizuki. Big Mizuki.
We don't need to worry about any assassins anymore.
Oh, cool.
Aiba, you don't remember anything from February 6 years
Right,
ago,
and
do you?
Aiba doesn't remember the case from 6 years ago. That's why. That's why.
I do not. My body was destroyed in the explosion at the cathedral. The Abyss communication network was also
Aiba
offline.
was on a secret mission at the time. The secret mission being Mizuki's AI ball. Like, it all makes sense now. Holy shit.
So there was no backup taken.
By the way, I'm curious. Why were we given the same name?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they didn't really care about the name.
But wouldn't that make it harder to tell us apart at the Institute?
I don't think they had any trouble. We had code names at Horadori Institute.
Oh.
I was Mouse, and you were Rabbit.
Yeah, Rabbit. The one that she was trying to save.
And you remember what they called us at Iowan, right?
Big Sis and Mizuki.
You were Big Sis, and I was Mizuki.
Yeah.
Is that what I called you?
No. You were still little. You couldn't talk much. You just called me BB.
Aww.
BB.
Yeah. BB, huh? Anyway, we've already spent enough time here. We shouldn't be wasting time like this.
Good point. There's still tons we don't know about the HB case.
Follow me. I want to show you
You
something.
know, I have to wonder, does she have an AI ball, or is that just a prosthetic eye?
Huh? What is it?
Oh, no. It's nothing. Let's go, BB.
Oh, just gonna call her BB from now on. And we got all the persons. God damn. Oh, that's a good twist. So good. So good. Dot. Yeah, and Uru's other half. Or no, Jin's other half.
Ah! What the fuck?
It's still here after 6 years?
This is information overload. My brains are gonna flow out of my ears.
Jeez, just relax.
I can't just relax. What is this corpse doing here? And why are Kizzy and Leon here?
Yeah, why are they here?
Oh, and most importantly,
Date.
who the hell is this?
What? Isn't it obvious?
Wait, you're that stupid porno mag collecting old man.
No.
Yes.
Yes, Iva.
Why are you dressed like that? Where is Genny? What are you doing here? And one last thing. Where have you been the past 6 years? Why didn't you try to contact me?
I also thought it was weird when we saw Date in the abandoned factory why Mizuki didn't say any of this to him. But yeah, that's why, because that was 6 years ago. Okay. God.
I'm sorry, Mizuki.
Alright, everyone. What the fuck is going on now? Mizuki wants answers.
Okay. I think I kind of get it. 6 years ago, Date lost his memory when the ceiling collapsed on him.
Then he got captured by terror but managed to escape.
And he's been wandering the Earth for the past 6 years.
5 days ago, on the 10th, he heard the news about Jin's body being found.
And finally got his memory back.
That's right.
My voice reaches Dante's brain right now. That's because there's a reception device in his left eye socket. You can mute me by turning it off, but that's a real hassle, so it's still on. The same is true for Mizuki Kuranushi. She hears my voice too. Mizuki Kuranushi. Kinda long. I'll just call her BB. Alright, we're not getting anything else from these, I think. Okay. About BB.
I've known her for a long time. She's a former coworker from back when I was doing bad stuff. Back then, I used to call her Quartz.
Hey, don't just blurt that out.
Mizuki's name comes from crystal. The kanji for crystal can be read as Mizuki.
Crystals are the solid form of silicon dioxide, a mineral, most often recognized as quartz.
Wait, so you were in a Thieves Guild, BB?
The snow isn't letting up.
Hey, don't just say something cool to distract.
Don't change the subject.
There's a reason I'm here with Kizzy. I got a call from my old pal Date.
I asked him to unlock something for me.
Are you talking about the freezer?
No, I got that open on the 13th.
It was a different lock this time.
What'd you need unlocked?
Anyway, that is when we met with Date and the woman he was with.
The woman? I was there too.
What time is it?
Why do you ask?
No reason.
It is currently 4:25 a.m. Daybreak is close.
Okay. I heard you went missing.
I am a little embarrassed to admit this, but Leon and I plan to elope.
Aw,
What?
I'm glad that carried over.
May I ask why?
Kizzy's father won't accept me.
He threatened to send Leon to prison if he continued to see me,
That's when I suggested that we run off together.
and I agreed.
So you two...
Yeah. They're both on the run for love.
Oh, that's sweet.
But we don't know exactly where we want to go yet.
Right. We need some more time to think about it.
Did you tell Ricci?
I have told him that I am safe and sound.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you weren't kidnapped.
I am so sorry that I worried you.
Yeah. I'm sorry about all this, you guys.
About BB.
I suppose Big Sis has already told you everything. Big Sis and I lived in the same home for 6 years. But I never thought my Big Sis was my Big Sis's Big Sis.
This is getting confusing, Kizuna.
So confusing.
Anyway, Mizuki Date, I will call you Little Big Sis from now on.
Not helping.
And you, Mizuki Kuranushi, I will call you Big Sis.
Still, just as confusing.
It really is. Mizuki is BB's clone. Date already knows this. BB told him. But Kizuna and Leon don't know this yet. They think they're just sisters. Ah. You okay? You cold?
It is snowing outside, but do not worry about us. My heart is burning strong.
Okay, Date. Why are you pretending to be Genny?
I know that Horadori Institute and Nyes are both caught up in the HB case. Gen was created at the Institute, and he was acquaintances with Tokiko. So, by borrowing his mask, I could snoop on Tokiko and other members of Horadori Institute.
And then she showed up dead a few days ago.
But why do you still look like that here?
Horadori Institute and Nyes people come here all the time.
Seriously?
Imitating Gen makes it easier to eavesdrop on them.
Why did you reveal your identity now?
I'm gonna be honest, this has gotten way out of hand. I can't do this on my own. We need to work together to stop their plan.
Their plan?
Yeah, their Nirvana initiative. So first, I contacted Mizuki Kuranushi.
Date and I met 6 years ago. He knew how to get a hold of me.
I shared everything I had, and told her to find you, Mizuki.
To help stop them?
Basically.
So who's the corpse in the freezer?
Let's talk about it later. Trust me, if I explain it now, it'll only confuse you.
Let me just say one thing.
What? Do you have more insults to hurl at me for missing 6 years of your life?
No, it's not that. Maybe she just wanted to hear you say, Mizuki, you've grown so much, or something emotional like that. No, not that either.
Ah, right. For you, it's been 6 years. For me, it's different. I've been back for 4 days dressed like this. I've been watching you guys the whole time. So I don't really have anything sappy to say.
I told you it's not that.
I'm home. Welcome back.
Oh.
Is that what you wanted to hear?
Alright, okay. Let me try this again. Mizuki? I'm home.
Welcome back, Date.
Aww.
But that's not what I wanted to say. I threw away all your porno bags.
Ah, there it is. Oh, that's the stupid, perverted, porno-collecting old man. Also my adoptive father. Ugh. Alright, so when did you find out about the corpse in the freezer?
Last night, Date called me out of the blue. He told me about the corpse. And how he was pretending to be Genny. And everything else he knew.
Okay. Where's the real Genny?
I don't know. Not here.
It's fine, I know where he is. Don't you have an idea too?
Okay, I'll ask again. What's the deal with the corpse?
Oh, I missed one.
Why is it in the freezer?
It's better that you see for yourself.
Let me just show you.
Another corpse?
No, not one more.
Not one at all.
Half.
It's half.
Yeah, the one in the Nyes building. Or the cathedral. The one that... Yeah. So I guess BB found this one in the last few days. Because that was on a different branch.
So, you finished reading the file.
You know, and it comes to me too. It also explains why as Ryuki, on that day of the cathedral explosion, when we went to the Nye's office, we saw Tokiko right behind us and got jump scared. That was why.
Yeah. Now do you understand? Now you know whose left half is in the freezer.
Yep. Jin Furue.
Jin. Jin Furue. That's what he really looks like.
And this body?
That's Uru.
Uru Somizuki. Terror. He murdered 3 people 6 years ago. Jin, Chikara, and Andy's Kameji.
Destroyed. So what is this? We never found out what that thing was. We never found out what
This
the fuck this
box.
was. Because Ryuki found this and opened it up, then chased that blue figure.
What's this? There's some kind of device in there.
It appears to be a jet-like nozzle device.
You changed?
That outfit was so hard to move in, with the wireframe and all the stuffing.
About Jin.
I don't need to explain it. You should already know.
Jin Furue, the child of Tokiko and Chikara.
He was born with a rare and complicated disease.
Half-body tumors.
It caused inoperable tumors to grow in the right half of his body.
Jin might have had it worst of all. He got his first transplant when he was really young. I don't think he wanted to take organs from Uru.
He probably didn't.
Remember what it said in Uru's diary?
Yeah, they took my lung.
He said he wanted to apologize.
Oh.
I think he is referring to Jin.
Yeah, and that's when Uru punched the tooth out of Jin. That's why Jin was missing the tooth.
So you think the transplant was done against Jin's will?
Probably. Knowing Chikara, yeah.
I'm not positive, but that's just the feeling I get.
So Jin probably felt really bad about it. He wanted to apologize to Uru, but Uru probably did not want to hear it and just killed him. Baron pervert. Leon and Kizuna aren't here right now. We split at Brahmin.
They're not going far away, are they?
They should be fine. They said they were going to think hard about where to go.
Alright. When did you get here?
Only a few hours ago, around 1 a.m.
I asked Leon to open the door to the staircase.
So the lock you mentioned earlier.
That's right. The lock to the staircase door.
That's when I asked them about their plans to run away together.
Then the 4 of us headed down the stairs. Leon carried Kizuna down.
And that's when we found the corpse on the ritual platform.
Okay. About Uru.
I can't really say anything more than what's in the file. Uru Somizuki. He's the child that was kidnapped from Iowan when he was 6.
It was Chikara and Tokiko who took him. They wanted to make him Jin Furue's donor.
So for over a decade, they did surgery after surgery, giving more and more of Uru to Jin. Half of his face, too.
The skin he lost was replaced by an artificial skin made of carbon chitin. Half his face was transplanted onto Jin's as well.
Right. And it was only half because Jin had a percent-shaped birthmark on the left side of his face.
A holy symbol for the Order of Percent. It was considered sacred.
And Chikara, being a devoted follower, couldn't get himself to rip that skin off.
Which is why the left half of Jin's face was left untouched.
And after all those transplants, Jin's body ended up being cut in half.
6 years later, February of this year, Uru's body was cut in half.
So what was discovered was Jin's right half and Uru's left half.
Jin and Uru are essentially mirror images of one another.
So when the police were identifying Uru's body, They got their DNA sample to compare against from Jin's organs.
Which were all Uru's.
And because those were originally taken from Uru, it naturally follows that they match.
So that's why...
That is the mistake that caused investigators to believe that they were the same person.
I wanted to ask Shoma about the genetic experiments, so I visited him.
I looked like Gen, so it didn't raise any concerns.
He told me a lot.
About his body and his older sister. And about the hidden safe.
That's what we came here for. Wait, Shoma has an older sister?
Yep, Amame.
Yeah.
You know her well.
Kizuna and Iris's friend.
A mermaid at Sunfish Pocket.
Amame Doi.
Really?
How'd you find out?
I used Marco's X-ray function.
So that's her AI ball, Marco.
Marco? The name of my AI ball in my left eye. He's pretty shy. He doesn't talk much.
Aw.
Unlike someone else I know.
Excuse me, are you talking about me?
Mm-hmm. I know Iba really well. We were partners 6 years ago. When I was hired at Abyss, I was supposed to get Marco transplanted into my left eye. But he wasn't finished yet.
Ah.
So instead, I got Iba.
Since she apparently wanted nothing to do with Date.
But Iba and Date... Yeah, Iba and Date were kind of fighting at the time. And I needed to see if I was compatible with an AI ball at all, so...
I see. I apologize. I do not remember anything from back then.
Because of the explosion, right?
Yes.
It's kinda sad. I made so many memories with you, Iba.
Aw.
I've been wondering, 6 years ago, why did Uru cut the bodies in half? That was for the Nirvana initiative, right?
Something about Moksha.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with the plan? And speaking of, is the Nirvana initiative still happening? I mean, after all, Terror's dead.
Yeah, but the followers of Nye seem to want to go through with it.
Right. The mastermind is dead. But you saw it. On the night of the 13th, on the rooftop of Misatan.
Yeah, the rocket. And someone who was... Yeah, a voice belonging to Terror.
That was Terror. It was definitely Uru's voice. But Uru should have been dead.
Perhaps his voice was recorded.
Either way, the rehearsal happened even after Terror died.
So someone's carrying on the will of Uru.
Which means...
The main event will likely still happen as well.
Yeah, it's safe to assume it will proceed as planned.
But I still don't understand the full scope of the Nirvana initiative.
When? Where? How? We are completely in the dark.
Why don't you ask the culprit?
Yeah, good idea. Hey, Uru. What's up with your plan, you asshole?
No, that's not what I meant. There are other culprits. Whoever killed Uru and Tokiko.
Yeah,
You believe they might know something about the Nirvana
the
initiative?
other killer in this case.
I don't know for sure, but they at least might have some clues.
So we still have to figure that out. Who killed Uru and who killed... Well, who killed Uru and Tokiko?
We don't have enough information yet. Looks like we're gonna need some extra help.
Help?
Over here. Come with me.
It's kind of sad we're not going to get to hear Marco.
There's nothing over here.
What are you doing, Date?
You would think that, right? But check this out.
Open sesame!
Marco, please.
Thank you, Marco.
What is this?
As you can see, it's a hidden passage.
But why is it here?
Let's get moving.
Okay. So where does this thing lead? Wait,
What?
this is the cathedral that blew up. There are 2 cathedrals? What the fuck? Ryuki.
What does this mean?
It means exactly what you see.
There are 2 cathedrals? That's right.
Mizuki, look.
Ryuki.
I'm here too.
Hey, Tama.
Tama,
How is Ryuki doing?
Terrible. It was a bad idea to show him this place. He's been like this for hours.
Do you hate Ryuki? Of course I do. I want to shove a pipe in his mouth and stir up his organs. 6 years ago, he...
Oh, right. That's why you hate Ryuki. He shot you.
It made my heart condition worse. It affected my work. I can't investigate properly if I have to go to the hospital all the time. But when I heard you recently joined Abyss, I shadowed you. And February 10th, when you went to the stadium,
Yeah, you shot at me.
I got there before you and found the corpse. At the time, I had no clue it was Uru's left half, but I knew it had to do with the HB case from 6 years ago. I told you before that the one thing I wanted was for you to live a normal life. I couldn't let you get caught up in this case. I had to stop you.
So you tried shooting me with rubber bullets.
That's why...
I see. You shot at Mizuki to dissuade her from finding the corpse.
Two cathedrals.
Marco, can you send Iba the data?
Got it. Opening it. It is a cross-section of the 2 cathedrals.
Okay. So that one that was all locked up is the second cathedral. And the one that leads from the president's office and the other hidden entrance is this old cathedral that blew up.
You get it now? There's one on the east and one on the west.
Terror blew up the west one.
Oh, the west one.
This one, right here.
Which happens to be the same side Ryuki met Terror. What he called his execution chamber.
On the east side was Uru's corpse and Tokiko's file.
And that mysterious box.
Okay. So the west one was the one that was blown up, the one from the hidden entrance. The one that... Right. That was the one that Ryuki led everyone to.
The one connected to the Nyes building is the east one. You can take the elevator up to the president's office.
Why two?
Huh. Beats me.
Maybe it has something to do with what Nyes believes. 2 and 1. I think they were obsessed with that.
Stupid shameless man. Alright, Ryuki. You okay?
He appears to at least be breathing.
Might not be if there was rope and a branch in here. This has been eating at Ryuki for the past 6 years. He regretted what he did and blamed himself. He betrayed Date and shot Mizuki Kuranushi with stun bullets. And what happened to Mizuki, Date, and Kizuna on top of that? Yeah, Terror detonated the bomb, but it was Ryuki who told Date about this place. If he never did, Kizuna and Mizuki wouldn't have been hurt. That's what's been plaguing him. He started drinking, which made the whole thing worse.
I don't care if he feels bad about it. I still don't forgive him.
Easy. He had his reasons.
I also implemented a self-destruct program. If I activate it, she'll be lost forever.
What about the self-destruct program in Tama?
I was overhauled completely during maintenance a few years back, and that function was deleted.
That's good.
That's when Ryuki opened up about what happened.
Why didn't you share this earlier?
I couldn't. Ryuki betrayed Abyss. He did something you can't come back from. I couldn't let anyone find out.
So you protected him.
It's the same reason I didn't upload the investigation data from 6 years ago. I made an oath. No matter what, I will protect Ryuki.
Oh, Tama.
But Ryuki himself could have informed us sooner.
You should know why he didn't do that. Why he gave in to Terra's demands.
He wanted to protect his loved ones.
Wouldn't you do the same?
About Kisuna.
I heard. So she eloped, huh? It had nothing to do with the video. It was just Ryuki's active imagination.
Why are you here?
Date called me.
Yeah. I told him to head over to the other cathedral.
Does that mean he saw Uru's corpse in Tokiko's file?
He did, yep. And then he came here through the hidden passage.
Ryuki, you made a mistake. But lying around here in all your misery isn't gonna fix anything. If you really regret what you did, solve this case. That's the only way to atone. Ryuki, I remember one night we went out drinking. You told me about your little brother. You always talk about him when you drink. You made him a promise, right? You said, I'll become a hero of justice. If I've fallen, I just need to get back up again. You used to say it all the time. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. As long as you have a body to do it, you climb back up again. Come on, Ryuki. Climb above the debris. It doesn't matter if you're pitiful. It doesn't matter if you show vulnerability. You struggle, you crawl, and you make it back to the top. That's what we do. That's what makes us human.
Mr. Date. Everyone. I...
Ryuki, now's not the time to cry. Come climb up here.
You mean...
Don't get me wrong. I'll only forgive you after we solve this case. So...
Okay.
After that, we all shared information. Aiba, Tama, and Marco, alright, shared everything on their local network. Date received everything as well via the device implanted in his eye socket. Anything that wasn't recorded electronically, we shared verbally. Everything from 6 years ago, everything from this year, all the information, including Somnia, from top to bottom.
So, first thing on the agenda is stopping the Nirvana initiative.
When, where, how? We don't know anything about it.
We should know everything except where.
Right. The video.
Tama shared all her data, right?
I did receive the information.
I didn't give it a close look. Ryuki, can you tell us more about the Nirvana initiative?
Yeah. I'll explain everything in order. First, Terror, Uru, created a video.
Don't worry about me. You should talk to Ryuki.
She's gotten over Ryuki. A guy whose little head does all the thinking.
Why are you talking to me? It's Ryuki's turn, isn't it?
Alright, about the videos.
Uru created 3 videos. QR video, Nirvana trial, and Nirvana X.
Right, Uru made all of those.
The QR video was the first.
The QR code on the signboard in Jin's body. That was a link to the video, right?
Right. So it was first made public 6 years ago, on February 10th. The motive was...
Merely a small part of my plan. It's the prototype.
There were stories about people who went missing after watching the video, but...
But it was just coincidence.
It's just an urban legend. Rumor.
It was actually the second video that caused people to go missing. The Nirvana trial.
Alright, so Nirvana
It
trial.
was uploaded on February 9th.
Back when Uru was still alive.
6 years ago.
But what for?
I think it was a beta version of Nirvana X, the third video, for testing purposes for the main event.
Testing what?
There was a code, like BATS 490 in the Nirvana trial video. That code led to the Eastern Cathedral. The coordinates led to the staircase.
Yeah, but that door has tons of locks.
Right, but the staircase had another code. By solving that, you could collect the numerous keys located all over the city. And those who did solve everything would be able to unlock the door to the Eastern Cathedral. Did you notice the box?
Yeah.
Inside was a device that shot
Ah.
TC Purge.
I see. So Ryuki was shot with that then. 6 years ago.
If you open the box, it triggers.
When it enters the brain, it can even overwrite the DNA structure inside neurons. It can make you see things, make you dance.
Yeah.
It makes you do weird things over and over.
And it spreads in the air. If this virus gets out somehow, the human race is in for a rough trip. Can you picture it? The whole world going crazy. People everywhere doing unpredictable things. Crazy things. Over and over.
I'll be honest. I contracted TC Purge.
Yeah.
Because I opened the box.
But it's okay. Ryuki has developed a resistance to it, and he can't spread it either. Having said that, TC Purge is still a problem. Before the body develops a resistance, it can spread. Not to mention the neurons that are damaged can't be repaired.
That's why Ryuki was acting weird.
Yeah.
Is that what it looked like? When I was infected with TC Purge, my symptoms got worse. Disorientation, short-term memory loss, hallucinations.
He's been seeing hallucinations for 6 years now. The mental trauma of what happened to his brother.
Anyway, those who solved the code and opened the box contracted TC Purge, and as a result, they started acting strangely.
Right, like Yogano.
And now, there are people dancing and rioting in the streets. And a lot of suicides.
I see. These people would have no motivation to return home.
That's why so many people went missing.
In other words, Uru's experiments were a success. He's dead now, but his plan is still alive.
I'm guessing his lackeys are carrying out the plan now.
Yeah.
To raise the curtain on the main event.
I think I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna shoot the rocket somewhere.
With TC Purge on the warhead.
It'll explode and spread it throughout the air.
The rocket will explode.
And the virus will spread?
Yeah.
Most likely, yes.
Tons of people will get infected with TC Purge.
It will grow in their bodies.
And inevitably spread.
From one person to another.
If we do things that are beyond the comprehension of a designer, simultaneously, all around the world, bugs will start appearing everywhere.
This will lead all mankind to reach moksha, an emancipation from this fictional world.
That is the Nirvana Initiative.
Even if this Nirvana thing turns out to be bullshit, the virus itself is a problem.
Right. I don't know if it will really cause glitches to appear or anything, but it'll be mass hysteria.
Yep.
There is already an uptick in suicides.
When is the plan going to happen?
The final video, Nirvana X, is already public.
There's a 7-digit number, which is probably a time and a date.
The 15th.
February 15th, 12 o'clock.
Noon, today.
Aiba, what time is it now?
7:55 a.m.
We barely have 4 hours left.
Where is it going to happen?
Well,
We have
We
the code,
don't know.
but we don't know how to decipher it.
My guess is the other letters that were in the video are some kind of code too. Maybe they point to a location.
No. I converted the letters to numbers and checked the coordinates.
It's an area in the Pacific Ocean. No land around. I don't think those coordinates are where the plan is happening.
Then where could it be?
Oh, I remember something Bibi said earlier. The culprit who killed Uru and Tokiko. Maybe they have a clue.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, in that case, there is one person.
One person?
I don't know if they're the culprit, but they might have some valuable information. I didn't know where to find them before, but I've got a good idea now. That person, she's probably with Shoma.
Wait. Amame?
I understand. I'll tell you the truth.
Big sis!
Amame.
The corpse in the freezer at Brahmin. I'm the reason it's there. It's my fault. 6 years ago, February 11th, my father called me here.
Yeah, I know this part.
Shoma wasn't here. Only my father would have a corpse.
Mommy told us that Jin's body was hidden under the floor. The same body half that was in the suitcase. Mame said that she'd take care of it. She brought it to Gen and they stored it in the freezer at Brahmin.
Genny didn't do anything wrong. I asked him to do it. And Shoma has nothing to do with this. He just found out too.
Mame, that's not what we're here to ask.
We're looking for the person who killed Terror and Tokiko.
What? Terror is dead?
Yup. We didn't have time to explain everything. Right, and I forgot. Shoma's robot was used. So... we told them about Terror's identity and the Nirvana initiative as quickly as we could.
You can tell us more about what you know at the station.
Amame, will you come with us?
So Amame killed them?
No, no! I don't care what you say! You can't take Big Sis away!
I agree with Shoma. I don't want you taking Amame away.
What's the problem?
We just want to talk.
Wait, Amame, did you kill Terror and Tokiko?
What are you saying?
Amame didn't kill anyone!
I think she did.
Sorry. I can't let you do that. I came here to protect Amame. Date. If only you didn't find the body in the freezer.
Gen, she can't be prosecuted for that crime.
Right. So that Date was the Gen in Leon's Somnium that we saw. Because he was the one who had Leon open the freezer. But yeah, she can't be prosecuted. Statute of limitations.
The statute of limitations for abandoning a corpse is 3 years.
We know that well from... So...
She can't get arrested for hiding the corpse 6 years ago.
But... I just can't let you...
Gen, you're not making any sense.
Hold on. Are you hiding something?
Oh. Were all three of you in on this?
Amame accepted every part of me. She saw me for who I was. It wasn't out of pity or sympathy. Her accepting me came naturally, like it was nothing. I've never met anyone like her. And I need to care for her, the way she's cared for me. I promise to protect Amame, so I can't let you.
Genny.
That's all the more reason then.
If you really have those feelings for her,
then you were an accomplice.
If we do nothing, Terror will accomplish his mission.
A terrible virus is going to spread.
the world will devolve into chaos. No one will be safe.
Not even Amame.
No.
So you need to help us.
We need Mame's information to stop this plan.
Amame must know something.
Are you okay with ruining her future?
Don't you want to protect her?
Then please.
You finished that robot, right?
Oh, yeah.
You named it Robo-G, huh?
Yeah. It's the second one, like a second child, so I named him Robo-G. He's much more powerful than before.
Yeah, he can carry up to 90 pounds, right? That's about, what the other part of Uru's corpse weighed, no?
It can hold so much more weight than the previous model. Wait a minute, who cares? Could you people just leave?
Shoma, why are you protecting Mame?
I won't let you. She's my sister.
We're not here for that.
But I have a bad feeling.
A bad feeling?
If she's not guilty of anything, then that's all the more reason you can't take her. I'm not gonna let anyone drag her away. I already lost my dad. If you take Big Sis, When I was in first grade, Big Sis gave me a radio-controlled toy. That's how I got into building things. She took me to robot expos and bought me books and parts. And she's working hard to save money to send me to college. These last 6 years have been hell. It was hard and painful. Sometimes I wanted to die, but she's always cheered me up and supported me.
During all of the gene therapy.
Big Sis always protected me. Now it's my turn to protect her. She's more important to me than my own life. So, if you're gonna take her, you're gonna have to kill me first!
Shoma.
Do you hate Terror? The man who killed your father? Terror's plan is still ongoing. The Nirvana initiative? It's going to bring Nai's madness to the whole world. We need to talk to Mame in order to stop it. Do you want Terror to win? Don't you want to stop his plan? Destroy his ambitions? Isn't that the only way to get closure for your father's death? If you resent Terror, if you want revenge, please. We need your help, Shoma. Mame, you know something important, don't you? Something about the Nirvana initiative and Terror. Maybe something about Tokiko. That's what we're here to find out.
6 years ago on February 13th.
6 years ago on February 13th, you saw Terror, didn't you, Mame? At Studio Divita?
What happened back then? What did he say? You still haven't told us. I looked into her head yesterday, but there was nothing on what happened at Divita.
So, that was yesterday, Ryuki synced with her.
But in the Somnium, Mame said,
Nirvana. Collected. Genocide.
Which would mean you know something about the Nirvana initiative.
Well...
I know this is a touchy subject, so let me say it. Terror killed Komeiji, your father. It stands to reason that you absolutely despise Terror.
Are you saying she killed him?
That's ridiculous!
5 days ago, on February 10th, did you meet with Tokiko?
At Horodori.
We don't have hard evidence, but a witness saw you.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mame headed into Horodori Institute by herself. I saw another person follow her in right after. It was Tokiko. Tokiko Shigure, president of Nai's Japan.
Ryuki looked into Tokiko's head. 3 days ago, on February 12th, he saw Tokiko threatening someone.
I saw everything.
Oh. Was that Mame?
If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
Could Tokiko have been threatening you, Amame? We don't have much time. We need to do something about Shoma and Genny.
Did you get rid of the Cleone in the fridge?
No.
Wait, what was that? Guy doesn't put the toilet seat down.
What? The TC Purge? I told you already. I've developed a resistance to it.
But your brain's neurons were still affected, right?
Yeah, but those symptoms are being held in check with some special medicine.
It's not mass-produced, so we can't give it to too many people, if that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
No
Those
way.
are bombs.
A thermite bomb.
A mame.
A what?
You're right.
It sure is.
That little... Hey, Shoma, what is this?
It's a bomb. A thermite bomb.
I know that.
Then why did you ask?
What is it doing here?
Why is it here?
I made it.
You made bombs?
You made it?
Thermite reactions are pretty simple. You can make one easily using common products.
But why did you make it?
Well, to get revenge for my dad. I wanted to get Terror.
You were going to use this on him?
Yeah, but I guess it has no use now. Terror is dead, right?
God damn it. You just made the situation so much worse.
You really did.
Let's decide what to do about that later.
Right. There is a more pressing issue.
Yeah, finding out what a mame knows.
What are we going to do?
The two of them aren't going to budge.
I really don't want to do this, but if we have to use force...
No, you can't do this.
Yeah, I won't let you take Big Sis!
Genny, Shoma, that's enough.
Amame.
Big Sis.
It's okay. I'll come back right away. Promise.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
You promise?
I promise.
Now, Mame.
Let's go.
So I guess we're going to sync with her. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna actually end things off here. Well, let me wait for
Is
it to get to
Ryuki
the
gonna be
dialogue box.
okay? We left him there.
Alright, so I'm gonna end the episode off here. In the next one, we're gonna sync with Mame, see what exactly it is that she knows. I'm assuming she's the one who killed Terror and Tokiko. And we'll see if we can stop the Nirvana initiative. So, I'll see you guys then. Bye!